Alright, everything's live. Hello, this is Chiak. We are back with Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Now hopefully I can I'll be able to get quite some number of things done, aka who died? We don't know who died. Hello, incomplete name. Right, so everyone's off to investigate who in the world died. I'm for some reason going to check the kitchen. I feel like it'd be weird if someone was searching in here though. Okay, good. So, I literally cannot remember from the last time. Who was it that was missing? Byakuya and Toko, I believe? I want to say? Actually, you want I could check? Hello, Ricardo. I could probably check... Was it the systems that had the transcript? Okay. Oh no, okay, Byakuga is fine. Alright. His bro. Where's the bro? Bro number 2. With, he needs to get to the dining hall. Monokuma. Verify something. I'm literally just like, who is it that's missing? Blah blah blah. Da da da. Okay. I don't see it. That or scrolling way too fast. So, you know what? We're just gonna go. I'm pretty sure it's the morale student guy.
So,
I knocked on all the doors, but nobody answered. Did they all go to see what happened? Oh, then what about the second floor of the school? That's the one place that's new to all of us, so it seems like the natural place for murder to take place. Okay. I do actually want to see where is everybody in terms of talking to people. For some reason, you are in the trash room. Oh, are you? Okay, so Sakura is in the trash room. We'll meet him along the way, and then everyone else. And that's really it. Okay. Okay, I'll go see you, Sakura, since for some reason you're here. Or maybe you just have to check if anyone decides to... Wait, who's on trash duty? Is it still Hifumi? I don't know if that's changed yet. There doesn't appear to be anything here. What are you doing here, Sakura? Did you find something? Oh, no. It's just that what you said the other day must have been lurking in the back of my mind. Huh?
Perhaps.
If something has happened, the killer might try to use this to destroy evidence again. I suppose that was floating around my subconscious and it led me here. Yep, makes sense. I can believe that. It's already been used as one, I was about to say dumping site, but dumping site would be inaccurate. Okay. Alright. So, is it going to be the library, the swimming pool? So far the wait, there's the archive room in the library that we have not been able to go and check out. Yo! Hey Makoto, honestly, what do you think? About what?
For serious?
About Byakuya. You think he's being brainwashed or what? Okay, how did you jump? How'd you get here? I don't know. You know more about that kind of thing than me, right? What? What's that supposed to mean? Well, I mean, you're some kind of psychic, right?
Hey!
Listen, Makoto, I think you've completely misunderstood what it is I do. Okay? Listen, fortune telling is like...
Well?
It's totally different from brainwashing or hypnosis or any of that pseudo-scientific bullcrap. I need you to understand that. So you expect me to think fortune telling isn't pseudoscience? Sorry, but I don't want to get yelled at. Is fortune telling, would it even be considered pseudoscience? Would it even be considered science at all? Okay. Alright. Oh, Ultimate Programmer Girl. Where's she, though? Was she there? I literally cannot remember. There's nothing here of interest, don't you agree? You should go look somewhere else. What about here? Okay, hey, there's nothing worthwhile over there. I already checked, so there can be no mistake. Okay. Suspicious, but okay. Was there ever enter... this is just a... I don't know, there is a classroom here. Wait, did I check this classroom? As in, did I check it for coins? Yes, I think I have. I remember that. Okay. So there's a swimming pool. I don't know, I can't imagine... It'd be so boring if it was just in a classroom. Not to say that I hope someone was murdered in a... Oh, wait, no. I need to go... Swing frogs. Wait, is this swimming pool in this hole? I literally do not remember. Oh, here go. Please don't tell me I'm gonna be the first person to find the body again. Also, there's a whole rulebook thing, right? Door's open, but aren't these supposed to be locked?
For this investigation, I have unlocked the doors. Please look around to your heart's content.
Investigation?
It's all clear now.
Just as I thought. Byakuya!
I see.
Judging from what he said, there can be no doubt a murder really has taken place. Come on! And the locker rooms. They're suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. Wouldn't you agree? Suspicious? It seems nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room. He was muttering as if talking only to himself. Without waiting for a reply, he pressed his hand against the girls' locker room door, and the door swung open without a sound. In that moment, time seemed to freeze. Damn it! Damn it! Oh no. What? I don't know how long it took for me to fully comprehend the reality of what I was looking at. But as soon as I did... A wild, almost primeval scream escaped from my mouth. Deadly Life, Chapter 2. Hello, Paul Springer. I tried to suppress my screaming, but it was useless. It surged out of me like water from a spring gushing out of the ground. Byakuya, on the other hand...
Very strange.
Most unusual, don't you think? He was totally calm, almost like he was watching this all unfold in front of a TV screen.
I see.
Look, Chihiro's corpse has been suspended. Has been suspended somehow. And something's been written on the wall in blood. Bloodlust. Such a brutal way to kill someone. No, this is beyond brutal. Wouldn't you agree? They killed her. How could it not be brutal? No, that's not my point. This murder is far too bizarre for anything everyday amateur. This murder is far too bizarre for any everyday amateur to have committed it. Unlike with Sayaka, this murder was not a crime of passion or necessity. It's almost as if whoever did this did it for fun. You see what I mean, don't you? What? My head was swimming. I was still reeling too, confused to understand what he was trying to say. And before I could even begin to clear my head...
What the heck?
Hey, I heard screaming. Did something... Chihiro!
A body has been discovered!
Yep, trying not to sound too happy about it, but I'm barking up the wrong tree, aren't I?
After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
What the hell was that?
What?
Ah, that's right. You were unconscious during Sayaka's, so you don't know about it. What you just heard was the body discovery announcement, okay? Apparently, when 3 or more people discover a body, an announcement plays to let everyone know. I imagine it's so that the search for the culprit can proceed fairly for everyone involved. Proceed fairly? The body discovery announcement. Then Chihiro really is.
Naturally.
I mean, I don't see how she could be alive. Oh my god. Anyway, dead, yes. Before you start screaming your head off, go round everyone up. It seems another game has begun. Another life or death game to uncover killer. Taka bolted out of the locker room. As everyone made their way to the scene, it felt as if no time at all passed. It was like my sense of time had just taken wing and flown away. When I finally came back to myself, I saw everyone had the same look of confusion, fear, and anger. We all just stood there, gathered around Chihiro's body.
Damn.
I couldn't keep her safe. So there's another victim! Which means we are now in the same position once again. Fuck, man.
What the?
Fuck is this?
What?
It's a dream. This is a dream. It's all just a dream. Is that... I haven't even been born yet. I don't have any memory of ever being alive. Shut up. Okay, oh, okay. There's a lot of things to look at. Why would this be in the girls' fitness room? But... okay. So, literally, okay, this is just the crime scene investigation. Here are the 2 people to oversee everything. There's no, there are more important things to worry about right now than a dumbbell. Okay, is this not the evidence collection time? For now, pay attention to the wall. Huh? I said it once already. There's a word written there. On the wall? Yes, on the wall. How do you not see this, Makoto? The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood.
So...
I don't think it's any kind of dying message. It's too strange. But you know, that thing about writing bloodlust to blood, doesn't it sound kind of familiar? A murderous fiend who kills again and again using bizarre and brutal method. Yet at the scene of each crime, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer?
What?
Genocide Jack! Genocide Jack, the murderous fiend whose grisly attacks were famous all across the country. The ultimate murderous fiend, creating a reputation of abnormal, downright cruel killing.
What is this?
Then this is some copycat killer trying to imitate Genocide Jack's style. But why would anyone do that? Perhaps it's the work of the real Genocide Jack.
What?
The real? Wait, are you saying Genocide Jack is here in the school?
No way!
There's no way. But going so far as to write bloodlust at the scene, I am surprised at their stupidity.
Well,
I can't imagine a worse situation than dealing with a stupid murderer.
What is it now?
Toko! Hina was pointing towards the entrance to the girls' locker room. Toko was the last to arrive, and now she was just standing there. No! Why? Okay. What's happening? What's going... Oh, that's what's happening. She fainted! That did not sound good. Sound good? She's in front of you. It didn't look good. Toko! Hina rushed over to the collapsed Toko and started trying to shake her awake. Toko, are you okay? Come on, wake up!
Oh, that's right. I just remembered what she said about how she faints anytime she sees blood.
So she is hemophobic. I imagine she does not watch too many horror films then. This isn't a violation of the rules, right? I mean, technically she passed out somewhere besides her room. What? No, I think it should be okay. The regulation prohibits sleeping. Like, on purpose. So, since she didn't faint on purpose, it doesn't count. Gotcha.
Just a second!
Toko, can you hear me? Hey, you gotta wake up! As if she heard her, Toko suddenly shot awake. As in, literally jumped up from where she was laying. It was such a strange reaction, I was at a total loss for words. She leapt straight up into the air, changing her stance as she did. In no time flat, she was just standing up. Ignoring the physical contortion she had to go through, her motions were totally haphazard. What? So sorry about that. Oh wait, you're not stuttering at all. I was just so shocked, you know? It happens, right? Was I the only one? Okay? Toko, are you okay? I'm fine. Yeah. Okay. Nope. Yes, you're fine. Whoa, that is a dead body. Hey, are you dead?
what the heck?
She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. The world has a front and the back and top ending and a bottom. I see truth and a web of lies. What is going on?
This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different.
No, everything's fine. At least the stutter is all gone. Don't tell me she has, like, multiple personalities or something. That's a good thing, right?
I see!
It's clear to me that everything is not fine. Your eyes seem strangely vacant. It might be best if we take her back to her room for the time being.
So,
I don't mind taking her, but could someone help me?
If you need help, I don't mind.
Taka, could you help me?
She totally ignored me.
Very well. You take care of the girl, and the rest of us can begin the investigation right away. Can I assume nobody has a problem leaving Sakura and Mondo on guard duty again? Hold on a second. Rushing to an investigation, the mastermind isn't behind that. After what happened last time, surely you realize that.
Don't make me repeat
There is
myself.
no question that Chihiro was murdered by someone among us. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Of course!
Right as rain.
Well, don't take it as a bad thing. It's just a fact of life. Because...
That's how graduation works.
Then, it's happened again. Is that what you're saying? That another one of us? Yes, Makoto, get with the program. Another one of us killed a fellow classmate.
What does that freak you out? You guys got no balls, you know that? Is there just nothing down there at all? Well, I'll let you pray to mine if you want. Actually, I don't have any either, sorry!
Stop talking.
Stop monologuing and give us what you came here to give us. You did bring it, right?
I sure did, Chunk.
It's the Monokuma File!
I know how much you must be looking forward to it.
See ya later!
So please do your very tippy-top best on this investigation.
No way!
Do we really gotta do another investigation? Examining the corpse of one of our friends? Having to suspect all of our other friends?
Why?
I hate this. I can't take it anymore.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Help me!
I've had enough. I'm getting out of here.
Hey!
Where do you plan on going? There's nowhere to run.
Such ignorance.
Just accept it already. After all, blood is just a liquid. A dead body is a simple object. Okay, wow. That's one way to compartmentalize everything. You are very enthusiastic about all of this, are you not?
Naturally.
How can I not be? If we don't amass a culprit, we all die. That's true, but to jump into it so soon...
What?
Do you want to die?
Such ignorance.
Fine, then go off and die somewhere. Right now, go ahead. You're a waste of space.
Damn you!
A dead body is an object?
Piece of shit!
Chihiro wasn't an object. Show little respect, or I'll beat some into ya.
Calm down.
Everyone stop bickering. Listen, there are some truths in what Byakuya said. Kyoko,
Because...
if we don't solve the mystery and find the killer, our own lives are forfeit. And if Byakuya is right that Genocide Jack is somehow the one who killed Chihiro,
That's right.
then unless we do something, more victims could start piling up.
What? Forget more victims. If we mess this up, we're all dead meat.
Hey! Hey!
Hold on. If that's your worry, you don't gotta worry any longer. In any one killing game, the guilty party may only kill a maximum of 2 people.
Was that? Yeah, I don't remember that rule.
What? I don't remember any rule like that.
Actually...
I just came up with it. I mean, if one person went around and killed everyone, your lovely student life will be all over, right?
The new rule has been added to the regulations menu.
So then...
In that case, why not limit it to one person?
Hey!
Well, in a good mystery, you don't want to miss out on at least the potential of a serial killer angle. Just one would totally murder that possibility.
Punishment is waiting for you.
For now, I'll catch you guys at the class trial.
I can't say I understand his thinking, but if we can kill up to 2 people, then one more person's life could still be in danger.
Interesting.
Which is definitely not good. We need to uncover the culprit before something else happens.
You son of a bitch!
You need to shut the fuck up.
So,
Well, for now, Taka and me are going to drop Toko off at her room. Nice, I'm gonna get dropped off. I don't know,
there is nothing to be done.
I don't know what to do with her voice there. We have no time to stand around here. We must begin our investigation. Too sweet? Too sway? She's definitely speaking a different language, I just don't know which one. If we do not solve the mystery of who killed Chihiro,
Is that okay?
then we will quickly follow her into the afterlife. That's true. I hate this, but if I want to survive, me and everyone else, we have to do it. We don't have any other choice. Alright. First of all, I better check the Monokuma file to see exactly what's going on. The victim was Chihiro Fujisaki. The time of death is estimated to be around 2 a.m. The body was discovered in the girls' locker room on the second floor of the school, which should put the culprit as being a girl, I would assume. Cause of death was a blow to the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly. So, wait. That's all it says. Well, it's not like there's any point in complaining about it. No matter what, I gotta do what I gotta do. Monokuma file number 2 has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Hey Makoto, do you have a second? Huh? Did you need something from me?
Naturally.
Of course. Life without purpose is quite dull, you know. So what did you need? I'm going to let you cooperate with me during my investigation. Huh?
What?
I'm purchasing your talent. The same talent which allowed you to solve Sayaka's case. Solve? No, I just...
Stop talking.
You seem to have some limited use, which is why I've chosen you. You have the honor of contributing to my investigation. So, you're inviting me to come with you. You're doing it in the most arrogant way possible, though.
Let's go.
Now then, shall we get started? But we need to get moving. There's no time to be standing around. Is this how Watson feels with Sherlock Holmes? I don't know. I don't know if he's quite the level of Sherlock Holmes, but then the derisive attitude, you could say. I really don't know what just happened, but it looks like I'll be working with Byakuya on this one. Alright. Chat's been dead for a while. Yeah, I'm assuming most of the previous talks would be about the pandemic, which, obviously, that's what everyone's talking about. I'm still working. I work with food, and people need to eat, is what it comes down to. Okay. Is it terrible that my first thought is, not my first, maybe my fifth thought, but I'm like, can I try to find coins? Locker, wait, what? Oh no, that's just Byakuya. Can we get insight from them? I use this locker room all the time now. It's become a site of Chihiro's death. But why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else than carried here. She was very light, that is true. It wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her, but still.
Well.
I still think she came here on her own, by choice. What makes you say that? She'd been talking a lot lately about how she wanted to get stronger. So you're saying she came here to exercise? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Would she really have been exercising that late?
Perhaps.
Hina or myself are usually in the locker room during the day, so she was probably avoiding it then. Avoiding it? Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So I can only assume she was trying to avoid us. And instead, she came here to exercise in the middle of the night.
However...
Oopsies. Perhaps, but it's difficult for me to imagine she would have come alone. She didn't want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others. So you're saying she could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret. It's basically where she won't feel judged about... For two people who are physically fit, like Sakura and Aoi. But that she also would have come with someone else. It's a possibility, I think. Okay. Mondo, what do you gotta say? Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talk about it, right? I need to get stronger. Yeah, I do remember she said that more than once. Sure did, which I guess explains the trip down here. But does she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl, after all. Most girls aren't all that strong. Sakura's right there, you know. Sakura is right in this room with you. I don't know, man. Haven't really thought about that stuff. The cause of Chihiro's complex. Can't help wondering what it might be. Okay, before I talk to, Bakia. There's a dumbbell on the floor, and there's a blood stain. There's a blood stain on the dumbbell. Monokuma file said a blow to the head of the blunt object is what killed her. Does that mean this dumbbell was actually the murder weapon?
That's
I don't imagine it could have been anything else. Now I believe it's time for us to move on. What? I haven't even looked at the body.
What?
No clues won't magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case. That's true, but...
Let's go.
If you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed. He's so pushy. I got caught up with the wrong person this time. Wait, I can't look at the body? Are you kidding me? So this is our next location. This place is related to the investigation. Figure it out for yourself. It's no fun if you don't. Can I just go back into the girls? No, I didn't. Okay, but... I'm just curious if I didn't click on the dumbbell, would I have been able to investigate anything else? Definitely. Okay. It's not even the crime scene, did it? Okay. If I remember right, this card reader is meant to work with our handbooks, right?
What?
Do you have an issue with it? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma. He said that, then quickly and sharply clapped his hands together.
Did you call for me?
Has he been domesticated?
That's right.
It seems that Monokuma has a question for you.
You need something?
Well, it's just about this card reader.
Yep.
Yes, the card readers have all been designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook.
And it's impossible for two people in a row to go through while the door is unlocked, correct?
Unbelievable.
If there were some sort of erotic terrorist on the prowl, the ceiling-mounted Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter.
And the school regulations prohibit anyone from lending someone their handbook, correct?
Of course.
Correctly correct.
So then, that means only girls can go into the girls' locker room, and only boys can go into the boys' locker room. In other words, Chihiro's body being found in the girls' locker room means... Hey, Makoto, I can see right through you. Oh, hello, regulator. Anyway, see right through me? Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Since Chihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in
So
there.
in other words,
As such, the killer must be one of the girls. Did I get it right?
such ignorance.
Good lord, you're simple. But am I wrong? You should pay close attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine.
I would expect nothing less from the prodigal son of the noble Togami family. So you managed to sniff out the loophole in the regulations.
Knowing you, I would bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things.
You're treating me like a puny little appetizer instead of the main course that I am. Now then, since the dead can't actually talk, they are not people anymore, they're things.
Yep.
Get it? Got it? Good.
Wait, hold on. You're saying there's a loophole, but in order to borrow something from someone, then that means someone would have to loan it. So,
Why you?
So sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Byakuya and get your poop together.
Unbelievable.
Or else I'll charge you with criminal negligence. No more questions. Figuring out the rest your own damn self. Figure out the rest your own damn self.
That's fine.
well, I know you're unfortunately lacking in mental faculties, so I'll fill you in myself. Let's head to the main hall. I feel like there's so much in this investigation I'm missing. That'll help you understand what's going on. We came to the main hall. So, what are we looking for here? Does that mean I have to figure it out for myself? Okay. Dear God, this is what Watson feels like with Sherlock Holmes, isn't it? Mailbox here. Oh, there is. Whoa, it's an e-handbook. No, wait, there's 3 of them, but what are they doing here? So you finally found them. Huh? Did you know these were here, Byakuya? I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. It seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students gets delivered to this mailbox. So then, these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka. You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. I immediately turned on one of the handbooks, and when I did... Yeah, of course it's gonna be Sayaka. Just rub it in, why don't you? You're right, this is Sayaka's handbook. Now, do you understand? This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it. You should pay Choco. Okay, this was just not that long ago, so I don't know why they're doing this flashback. I see. Yeah, now I understand.
What?
Hold on a second. What's wrong?
Very strange.
That's strange. One of the handbooks won't turn on. Is it broken? Who is it? The other handbooks showed Junko's name when I started it up. And the one that won't turn on must be Leon's, right?
I see.
It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs. Pummeled with baseballs. Oh. The memory of it came flooding back. That cruel punishment, which led to Leon's death. The execution that the mastermind concocted. A cruel, heartless death. You're right, it wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault.
Damn it!
Hey, hey!
Making me angry! Now I'm really angry!
What?
That e-handbook is essential to the student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, a super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily.
But it did.
That's impossible!
If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't frickin' break. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and it's waterproof to up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseball bats you hit it with, it wouldn't do crap. Oh, but even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point.
It does?
I can't hear you!
It's a secret. I wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks.
What?
Then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what its weakness was, right?
Hard to say. You know what I think? I think his handbook isn't actually broken.
What?
You might ask, but how could that be?
So is there just no power? Leaving the question hanging in the air, Monokuma disappeared. What just happened? Monokuma said it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on.
That's fine.
Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now. You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me. Okay then, this should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit. Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro. To be exact, not quite. Not quite. Can I just do my own thing? Why do I have to follow this guy around? What do you mean by that, Byakuya? To be exact, not quite. Certainly I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. And you really think? You really truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Absolutely. I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit in this case. That murderous fiend is Genocide Jack, right?
What?
There's nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack. They say he's killed thousands of people, but that's gotta be an urban legend. Still, could one of us really be a demented, psychotic killer like that? You're not wrong to wonder. But words mean little right now. I have something that will prove it, and I can show you. Okay, you, Sorry, is there something else I should be looking for here right now? Oh, is there actually more things to look at? Okay, this is going over facts. Thank you. Are we just leaving? Okay, I'm gonna assume we could just
Don't
leave
make
at
me
this
repeat
point
myself.
Because... And I have... Oh wait, there's more. And I have a basis to believe that, I assure you. Genocide Jack is one of us. Okay? Is there really proof? There's something I'd like to take you. There's somewhere I'd like to take you. Boy, what was I reading? This will provide all the evidence you need.
It's all clear now.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Evidence? There's something like that really. Ah, hey you two. Big trouble, need your help.
I don't have time to play with you.
We're busy, leave us alone.
But
It's an emergency, emergency. Come on, please, you gotta help me. Okay, what's happening? What's going on?
please!
This is a serious emergency, please, you gotta help me. Just calm down, okay, Hina? But it's an emergency. An emergency? What happened?
Well...
Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byakuya?
Very strange.
Since it's Toko, I must admit I'm intrigued. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Okay. I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no and that'd be the end of it.
Yeah!
Okay, come on, hurry! Wait for us, Hina.
Let's go.
It looks like she's headed to the dorms, to Toko's room most likely. You're right. Alright, you guys. I think you're just too fast, so what's the emergency? Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her, you know, and see how she was doing, but when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out. She kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff?
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. Are you gonna make me ring the doorbell? Oh, the door? May as well give it a shot. The door swung open slowly and silently. Okay. Holy crap. An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
What?
Oh, nothing. It's just that, Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But could you open up just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
Won't let Genocide Jack have control.
Okay. She totally has multiple personalities. And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. What was that? She's been acting like that the whole time. When I rang a little while ago... I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door. But it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to even bar her door. Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko is so scared?
But...
Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? Oh. Byakuya, you're up. Hey, Byakuya, you think you could ask her? To come out of her room, I mean?
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. You're gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Wow, I guess you can be nice when you want to. Byakuya stood in front of her door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments...
What do you want?
Leave me alone. You're all so annoying. Bakula.
It's Byakuya.
I'm sorry. I couldn't keep a promise. But don't worry. Never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. And with that, the door slammed shut. What promise is she talking about? Huh? Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation. Hold on. Hey Byakuya, what was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise.
What?
Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But...
Stop talking.
If I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Well then, okay. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. Sorry, I'm now questioning his involvement. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. I'm wondering if he somehow concocted a way to persuade in quotations, persuade her to kill. He just kept on walking toward his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to stop in front of a certain room. The library? Come on, let's go in. Okay. Is there anything in particular? We're here for clues. Okay. I was really trying to look at the desk. Fine. Sorry, character, isn't it? If I remember, on the other side of this door, it's the archive, right? Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here?
Let's go.
It'll all make sense once you're inside. Okay... Yeah, that doesn't sound suspicious at all. Whoa, there's so many books and files. And so much dust, too.
So, in other words...
I'd say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. Okay. A lot to look at. See the surveillance camera here. There's a wooden box. It's empty. Although judging by the smudges and the dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. An extension cord, huh? Okay. I don't know what this part of the investigation has to do with anything, but we'll just continue on with it. It's a desk lamp? Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before.
What?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I put it to good use. And I got a coin. Yee! This shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random. Ah, you have a sharp eye indeed to select that file. Yes. I completely did this on purpose.
That's right.
The report on presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshair you might wind up in for peeking at it. Without making a sound, I return the file to the shelf. Okay. You just gonna believe him like that? Makoto? There's so many files stuffed where...
That's enough.
Dangerous? They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a cobbler. You mean like members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones with real power, the secret council controlling everything from the shadows. If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There are some very interesting people in there. You're kidding, right? Am I? I'll just let it go for now. Ton of thick files on the shelves. If you're thinking of looking through any of them... Okay. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful. Huh? What do you mean? All those files are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect. Oh. So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here.
Interesting.
It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie. Well, it's not that, it's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but, I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show how much power Hope's Peak truly wields. Or perhaps, the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible. What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple. Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? Well, what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there is no doubt. Hold on a second. You're saying you read all of these documents and more than once? But all this has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, not as dusty. Huh? Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible?
So in other words,
I already told you there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council, and I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. What always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. You know, I kept referring to him as like Sherlock Holmes, but I mean, he's not there. But I feel there's certain similarities. Anyway, it's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that at every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Hence why we didn't bother looking at the body, I'm gonna assume. Bloodlust is written in blood and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. Save your surprise, the best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So, how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So in other words...
The culprit isn't a copycat killer. It's the real Genocide Jack.
In other words...
That's right. That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Then, Genocide Jack really is. Such a brutal, fiendish killer really is walking around among us?
Interesting.
Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined the killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to bear out a clue or two.
Such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. Okay, calm down. I'm sorry, chat, what are you doing, blaming regulators the killer? Is that what it is? What proof do you have? Present your case. Okay. Was it this one you're standing behind? Oh, do you not want me to look at the case file? Or do I have to talk to you again? Byakuya, about the Genocide Jack case file. Could you let me see it?
That's fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you. Byakuya handed me the file and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I had reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had all been collected. The names of Genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages. Ken Harada, 32, Tetsuhiro Honda, 17, Shoji Gaku, 23, Kano Issei, 14, Takeshi Yoshida, 30, Komatsuna Taro, Takefumi Gono, Uchida Naohisa. Ooh, that was a tongue twister for me. Takeshi Masamune, Yoto Yumejima. There was no end to it. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. At the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. Now take a look at the next page and you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page? Profiling results. All of the crimes took place either on weekdays at night or during holidays, either day or night. The most common thing for the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder. And there we go.
So in other words,
the key point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality. A split personality? Like the kind of thing you see on TV? So I'm part of another totally unbelievable story. But this one is way more unbelievable than anything else up till now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know, I feel like my mind has gone numb. Genocide Jack case file has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook.
let's go.
Alright, we should get going soon. Where are we going? Anywhere but here. We finished our business here, haven't we? Regulator is the killer because they have always been so quiet. Well... Is that confession? Wait, Bakia! As usual, Bakia turned and left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Just all of a sudden like that?
I don't have time to play with you.
Come on, enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together the whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own.
Goodbye.
Well, goodbye. And just like that, he was gone. Just as quickly he had asked me to join him, he cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I had uncovered some really important clues thanks to him. Genocide Jack, he's the one that killed Chihiro. And that murder scene is one of us. But who is it? I have to find that out, no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's something I have to go investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene, the girls' locker room. I should check the boys' locker room too. And the others might have come up with some info I might find useful while I'm at it. I need to find out everything I can. Okay, good. We can continue to investigate around. So, first thing. Now, I know where Sakura and Mondo are going to be. That's easy enough. Question is, where is everyone else going to be? Okay, so... Hifumi... Who's in the boys' locker room? Hifumi's... Okay, Hifumi's in the hallway of the pool. She's in the warehouse. Oh yeah! Chihiko wanted to know about the warehouse as well. She's in the dining hall. Okay. Okay. Okay, I do want to just quickly talk to, First, let's check out the warehouse. Talk to Celeste. I just drank some bubble tea. Just terrible timing. Celeste, what are you doing here? This warehouse is amazing. I can't talk. Okay, this warehouse is amazing. It's absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supply to choose from. I see that, but have you found anything related to the case?
Most unfortunate.
I knew you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless. Then you did find something. Very well, I will tell you, and only you.
Actually,
Last night I saw her here. Chihiro was in the warehouse. What? Really?
indeed.
This was right before nighttime.
What are you doing out this late?
Oh, I was just...
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes, indeed.
I assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this ever would have happened. You get what you deserve, I suppose. Wow, okay. So apparently, she went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. Okay, I mean, well, I guess before it was proposed, but now we know that for a fact from word of mouth, or at least we have a witness that basically can actually back up that thought. But the strange thing is, there was no trace of the track jacket or duffel bag Celeste says she saw Chihiro carry, which would mean the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. Okay. I don't believe there should be anything else in here. Who else? Someone else was... Yeah, right. Aoi's in the... Ow. I didn't say your name again, I'm so sorry. Oh, Hina. Or, we could just call you Hina. Oh, Hina, how's Toko doing? Same as before. She won't come out, and she just keeps on mumbling something about Genocide Jack. So I just left her there. You left her? My head was all swimmy, and I was getting pretty hungry.
Yeah!
Oh, but don't worry. I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. Speaking of which, what are you eating?
Huh?
A donut, of course. Of course. There's two things I'm sure God created. Outer space and donuts. Really? I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret.
Aww.
Oh, I should have tried to spend more time with her. Come to think of it, who did spend time with her?
Well...
Yeah, she was a little bit strange. She didn't really hang out with the other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us. Actually, Sakura said something similar. She said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
Yeah, totally.
Yep, it's true. And it wasn't just us either. It was like she'd stayed away from all the girls. Was she just shy? I don't know. She talked to the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird? She'd be shy around her own sex, but totally fine with the opposite sex? Oh wait, maybe she was used to guys spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? You think so? I never really saw her as the kind of girl... Okay. Someone in the... I can't remember. Nope, no one's in the kitchen. Okay. Where in the world... Nope. Oh, okay, so that literally is just the two people here. Okay. Did I just completely miss you? Oh, you're right here. Okay.
How unfortunate.
Maybe we should have confessed our embarrassing secrets after all. Damn it, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Chihiro. It's all because I wasn't strong enough. Oh, right. Secret to kill for. Of course. I mean, in this case, you also revealed yourself. You're in the main hall? Okay. I was wondering, I'm like, I know there's someone else here, but where are they? Main hall here.
Huh? Oh, hey, Makoto.
What's up? I haven't been up to anything myself, that's for sure. Definitely haven't looked inside the mailbox. Okay. Why'd you say it like that? I don't imagine there's anything... Yeah, it's okay. So, I've already saw this, blah 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 blah. Okay. Let's go up the stairs. And everyone, then we can investigate the crime scene itself. And talk to people. Fumi! Oh, we also have to find... So is the...
The Fumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit.
I feel as if...
Another stat increase for me.
Evidence? What did you find?
I cannot reveal that just yet.
That's it! I'm sure of it!
But I guarantee that what I found will steal the killer's breath from his lungs.
Are you sure about that? Okay, I'm just gonna head here. Oh, hello. What is that? Excuse me, what is this? There's a strange stain on the carpet. What is it? What else can we look at here? This poster. It's a popular boy band called Tornado. See, that's what I was wondering, because in the girls' locker room, I noticed that there was that poster of the I guess I'll call her the fitness chick. I don't know. She looks like it's a girl in a swimsuit. So I was wondering, why would the girls have that as well, unless we had another switcheroo happen. Okay, another thing is just the television screen. Interesting. Oh, whoops. That was not what I meant to do. I don't know if the duffel bag is missing. I was hoping it would be somewhere. Okay, let's go have a look at the crime scene Chihiro's at. Let's go have a look at the crime scene here. Is that? So terrible. Okay. Yes, I remember that this poster being in the boys' locker room. It's the bloodstained poster. The blood is the most noteworthy part, but the big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable too. A girl's locker room doesn't seem like the kind of place where you'd find something like this. Oh, but wait, that reminds me. The poster in the other locker room is... That's right, there's definitely something strange about this. In the boys' locker room, there's a poster of a popular boy band. In the girls' locker room, there's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit model. Could the posters have been switched? But if they were, why? What reason would anyone have? Maybe I should talk to someone who knows a little more about the locker rooms. Was Chihiro working out in what she assumed was the boys' locker room? Though that wouldn't make sense to me because the doors are different colors, but okay. Anyway, 2 locker room posters have been added to the truth bulletin. There's a blood stain on the carpet. It could only have been caused by Chihiro's murder. Oh, hi! What's your insight? Hey Kyoko, have you made any progress on your investigation? Generally speaking.
However...
Well, I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Something besides the investigation? What is it?
Well...
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder. But...
So then...
Before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time, thoroughly. I didn't even get to examine her body the first time yet. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
Goodbye.
That's it. I'll be praying for your success. With that, Kyoko turned and left the girls' locker room. Guess I'll take another look at the body then. And Chihiro's handbook is missing. It's definitely worth worrying about. What happens if the ones in Leon's locker is not it's Chihiro's? Okay. The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood. Okay. Sorry. Just anything else to look at? People to talk to. Okay, let's look at her. Kyoko said I should examine the body one more time. I know she said thoroughly, but I do have my limits. Well, I better give it a shot anyway. Let's see. Chihiro's hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. The rope was used to prop her up in a kind of crucifix position. Huh. This rope has a plug. Wait, so then this isn't rope at all. But the more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Chihiro's fatal injury was a blow to the head, which means somebody struck her in the head in order to kill her. That's right, there's the issue of her being suspended in the fatal blow. At first, I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. But seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack file, something's not quite right. Well, the scissors for one thing. What does this all mean? Status of the dead body has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Well, the one thing most likely to tie all these mysteries together is the true nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro. To figure that out, there's a certain place I need to revisit and look over again, the archive. Plus, it might help to look at the Genocide Jack case file one more time. Okay. This is it. Just want to make sure. So, either Bakia was trying to mislead us, which, possible. That guy. Okay. Let's use the map to get to the library. First dormitory, second floor. Can I... No? I can't... I don't have a fast forward here? Really? Fine. Wait, I'm on this floor. I'm being silly. Oh my god. I don't know why I keep thinking that the pool is on a different floor from the library. I'm sure there's... Wait, can I actually leave? Oh, I'm sure there's still more left waiting for me to discover. Okay, so there is something more. Is there something in the boys? Because we have the blood stain. Okay. So yeah, it's literally just those three things.
I feel.
That's it.
Okay. What else is there? I mean, the camera's not gonna be I'm just gonna click on it just in case. You spend a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right?
Of
Sakura?
course.
I've used it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I use it together. Okay, so this is it. Okay, let me ask you something. Do you think the posters in the boys' and girls' locker room could have been switched?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I can't really say. I never really paid any attention to the posters. You see,
However,
but there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. We have protein coffee? In the warehouse. It's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass of it after exercising. Anyway, the other day I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room, and it left a stain. A stain? But I don't see any stain on the carpet now.
of course.
Exactly. I noticed it earlier. The stain has disappeared. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. But still, isn't it unusually clean, as if there was never a stain to begin with? Okay, so for some reason, the stain in the boys' locker room, the rug was switched, along with the poster. Why? Why? Okay, can we leave now? So, let's go check the library again. Maybe that's why I couldn't actually do the go function, because I had to search around still. Okay. Maybe there's some kind of... I guess not. I was hoping I could, like... The lamp itself. See, the lamp's cord isn't long enough to reach the outlet from here. But the last time I saw it, it was definitely on. It definitely was right here. Oh, that's right. Byakuya was using extension cord. But there's no extension cord here now. I wonder if... Okay. Anything? No, nothing there. Okay. So here, I believe there was a box here that had the empty... Nope, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, nope, 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 nope. Grab that one thing from over here and put it over there. Okay, so either way... I know it was around here somewhere. It's gone. Did someone take it out of the archive? But the only one who would do something like that Can't think of anyone but Byakuya.
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in? It's the moment you've all been waiting for! The class trial! You remember where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
Trying to decide if I want to go through the class trial or not. My voice doesn't... I don't feel like my voice wants to give out quite today. It's about to begin. Oh, wow. You're just going to transport us right there. Alright, get things started. I don't know, I mean... Maybe this time it's gonna be less tutorials? Oh, hello, hi.
So, is everyone ready to what?
Hmm?
Am I blind or are we missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Toko's not here.
Huh? And Toko is?
You really don't remember? I don't know.
Come on!
Kidding, I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her out here, kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please.
And just like he said, a few minutes later, he reappeared, dragging Toko behind him. Okay, hey. I told him I didn't want to. He forced me. I can't believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible. You're terrible.
Phew. So now everyone's here, right? Okay then, hustle onto the elevator and let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So, shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. And that murder is one of us. Yeah, of course. Someone standing right here. Yes, Makoto. We've been through this already. Of course, everyone thought it was you the previous time. Ready to do this? Oh no, I didn't need to click you again.
Hey, come on.
Fucking Toko, what got her so worked up? I don't know why the killer did what they did, but I'm sure it will work itself out. Justice always prevails, right bro? Depends how badly it's screwed up.
Well then.
I will uncover the villain who performs such heinous acts on the weaker individual. Hey, you're like right behind everything. Could you just... No.
Well then.
Okay, Kyoko.
Shall we go?
Yeah, what do you have to say? Since you possibly are either complicit or guilty. I gave you plenty to work with. Show us how far your logic can take you. Yeah. So this is why you want to investigate with me, huh? There is something odd about Toko's behavior. I do not think mere shock is anything to explain it. Toko, do I dare? Yeah! I do not dare. Nina? I guess I wasn't much help at all in this one, huh? Okay. Even though, you know what, let's just go through the cost trial, because this game is potentially very long, so we have no choice, right? We have to do this.
It's true.
I gave a small nod in reply. With one last deep breath, I walked towards the elevator on shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions, couldn't stop speculating. The steel box sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation. Until finally, a it came to a sudden stop.
What do you think? I redecorated it. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting?
Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with.
Very nice.
Good. You're ready to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it, not at all.
Well,
Okay then, let's get this show on the road.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Everyone, please find your assigned seats.
Okay, so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate. A deadly class trial. Yes, let's save this data. Okay, so it is the prep time. So I'm thinking Byakuya, since so far, I mean, he was definitely leading us to think it was Toko, but with the whole, with the weird switcheroo, which I don't quite understand because the locker rooms are like very specifically, I'm trying to remember if they have like signifiers images on the front to say men's or women's, but they definitely are particular specific colors, right? So let's look at our truth bullets. Let's review everything that we got. So the victim, around 2 a.m. We know why. Body was discovered in the girls' locker room on the second floor of the school. Cause of death was a blow to the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly. Sakura. Someone may have been meeting. She may have been meeting someone in the locker room the night she was murdered. The dumbbell found on the floor of the girls' locker room had significant amount of blood. Chihiro had told anyone willing to listen that she wanted to get stronger. Some assumed that due to her inferiority complex about being weak, she admired strength more than anything else. So, you need a male student's handbook for the boys' locker room and the female students for the girls. It is not possible for two people to enter at the same time. Additionally, lending the handbook of each student that has died is placed in the mailbox in the main hall. One of the handbooks found in the main hall had been broken, which is apparently a rare occurrence. Or it just wasn't powered up, I don't know. Junko and Sayaka's handbooks both seem to still work, so it is assumed that the broken handbook is Leon's, unless it's not. However, Monokuma claims it's very unlikely that Leon's handbook would have broken. Maybe that's where, because her handbook's missing, right? So maybe this is it. Suspected, genocide jacked victim, among countless others. Blood loss. Profiling indicates the killer is likely a student suffering from split personality. Chihiro seems to have consciously kept her distance from other girls at the school, even from the beginning. Meanwhile, it had been noticed that she got along remarkably well with her male classmates. The carpet in the boys' locker room was found with a blackish stain on it, which is the really from the girls' locker room. Bullet was found on the poster in the girls' locker room. Blood was found on the poster in the girls' locker room. Which, again, the posters are switched. Chihiro's handbook was not found in a corpse and has apparently gone missing. Chihiro's body had suspended and her hands had been bound with some kind of rope. The fatal injury was a blow to the head. Sakura mentioned that she was responsible for the coffee stain in the girls' locker room. But Byakuya was known to use this lamp often. However, the extension cord had gone missing at some point and the lamp's cord couldn't quite reach the outlet. On her way to exercise, but the clothes were not found at the crime scene. Celeste had not told anyone other than Makoto about this encounter. The victim was Chihiro's Fujisaka. Okay, so we've made our way back. What's this? Increases the influence gauge by 2, effective during the class trial. How many? We have 5 SPs. Increases the time limit for each phase, effective during the class trial. Increases damage to opponent when the statement is destroyed, effective during the bullet time battle. Increases bullet capacity, effective during the bullet time battle. Okay, so this costs 2, this costs 3. Well, these are the new ones, so I guess we try this. So we can increase the influence gauge by 2, and increase this time limit for each phase. Sure. Or can we only choose one? What? I guess we can only choose 2. Okay. Oh, okay, for some reason I thought there was like points to spend. Okay, so we got everything equipped. So basically everything that we've got is what we've got equipped. And I guess... I'm hoping I remember how to do the class trials. I feel like it's been a while.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the result. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
Oh, you're so happy. First, we had to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. Okay, that's our truth bullet.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound. According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Interesting.
What? Did I miss?
That certainly would make for a powerful weapon.
Poor Chihiro.
I missed? I guess it was just like that slightly off.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a
maybe I
head
should have
wound.
done like the time
According to the
stoppage
Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
No, that's wrong!
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell, found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yay! That's so creepy!
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? New element has been added to non-stop debates? What do you mean, a new element? For this debate, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reaction. What? What are you talking about? Your truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. Oh my god. But there's a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. press the right mouse button to attach the silencer, which you can use to shoot down the white noise. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease, so careful aim when you have your silencer out. Do you have to like attach it and then detach it? But if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. In which case, you can forget all about the silencer and just focus on the situation in front of you. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
No, that's wrong! I might know one reason he could be involved.
Okay, so interesting. I was thinking with the white noise, for some reason I was actually expecting some like white static.
What?
We get some pink fonts to
I
block
found
our
this
way.
file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kinda weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth, so let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
Okay. Oh wait, if I'm not mistaken, it has to do with the positioning of the body.
I got it! Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
You lie!
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has like bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle? Man, why's this gotta be so complicated?
It's a riddle for sure, but I feel like I understand it. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also not to be Toko. The answer is that she's not just one person, but multiple people, right? Oh, what's happening? What's this? What's going on? Hangman's Gambit. What? I don't even... Wait, what's going on? I literally do not know what I should be... What words I'm supposed to be hitting? H is already in there, so is I. Sorry, let me just see if I can figure out. By holding down the space key, you can concentrate and slow down passage of time. Okay. Let's fast forward, shoot the letters. I am so confused. I don't even know what I should be... You will take damage. You will fail the case. What word am I going for right now? We have a bunch of S's. I mean, like, I want to say, like, the multiple personality disorder and stuff like that, right? But then this word is not forming in my head. I already tried S, right? I can't remember what word I tried already. Oh. What? I really do not know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Is it literally trying to make me spell schizo? Okay.
Now I understand.
That's not... Okay. Okay.
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
That's not... Okay, whatever. I mean... I guess schizo itself. Not schizophrenia, but schizo itself. I have to remember... Go back and remember about that, but...
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file, too. They thought that the suspect might have... What did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
Her behavior changed?
I got it! You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
Fine, yeah. Sorry about not reading the question, but it's like the weird timing thing you want to do as quickly as possible, because I'm pretty sure the timing has got to do with your score. What was that, dead body? Hey, are you dead? She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. The world has a front and a back, a top ending and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies. Okay, this is just...
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control. I'll drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How?
Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You promised! I can't believe you lied!
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise,
I'm sorry I couldn't keep our promise, but don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised!
how many times do I have to tell you? I never said that, but you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried! I swear I tried to control it,
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you!
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person? You don't mean...
Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second... Here we go.
Well, hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see?
Genocide Jill.
What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck is this?
Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name, and what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack. This is beyond insane.
Miss Chiak, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Okay.
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid! And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Huh?
But I cannot imagine. anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth!
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah! I could never believe a word you say, you monster!
Maybe. Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said, I need to get some more details about all of this. Okay, let's make your argument. Status of the dead body. Okay.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone!
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
No, that's wrong! Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you!
Oh no.
I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine!
Let me rephrase that, in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
There's one clear difference between the murders. In the photos from the other Genocide Jack, look at the neck and stomach.
I got it!
I didn't
For
look
one,
at that, but...
the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right! In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce!
What?
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
Second difference in photos. Okay. What was used? Okay, there we go.
I got it! Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
You know it's not rope. Makoto, you know it's not rope.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement! Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else?
Oh my god.
Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac! There's actually one more difference!
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case!
Oh, no.
There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
There is?
A pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
There was a pattern surrounding the Genocide Jack victim and Chihiro didn't fit it. If you look at the name of every victim, you'll notice that What? It's because Chihiro was her friend? Yeah, I didn't think that would be it. And then to be friends doesn't matter. Yeah, I really don't know about this one. What do you mean the names of every victim?
I got it!
Was it?
Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Yeah, I wouldn't know that. There was some Japanese names. For some reason, I remember in the images, I assumed in one of the images, one of them was a girl, but I guess it wasn't.
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Yeah, those names aren't going to, there's no way for me to tell at a glance if that is a male or female name. With the exception of the few I've heard from, like, anime.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely, when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
That does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors!
There's no way for her to make I mean, assuming she doesn't, she survives past this point, there is no way for her to make these scissors, right?
Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
What? Game, don't answer my question.
She's fully equipped!
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime! Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong! You can't, can you, gutter dogs, all of you! Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot! So rope's totally out of the question anyway!
I have no idea what's going on anymore! Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal, and not some copycat killer or whatever.
One person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases. Select someone. Oh, I wonder who I could possibly select. Did I pass you? Nope. Sorry. Okay. Oh, wait. Sorry. Hi. Hi, Byakuya.
Here's my answer! Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then, the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it! The adorable glasses man was behind it all! Oh, I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I'm kind of afraid what his punishment's gonna be, considering...
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
In the locker rooms, they're suspicious, very suspicious indeed, wouldn't you agree? Huh? Suspicious? It seems nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
But we didn't know...
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it?
How'd you know it's your
Go
hero?
ahead, share with the rest of the class.
New element has been added. A new element? Absolutely. Tell me how the rest works. Next, we're going to add something called a truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the left mouse button, then you'll memorize that weak spot. What? This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or contradiction in your loaded truth bullets, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. When's the best time to flashback? Well, you'll just have to use your keen wits, won't you? In this case, though, I will say that if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Well then, good luck, have fun. Okay? Monokuma's file number 2.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kinda weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
Hearing Chibaku's comment about Chihiro being a girl, I realized there's a clear contradiction there. But it doesn't make sense how he could have known before we even found out. Okay, I need to make that contradiction clear. What?
So, you said Byakuya was acting kinda weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro.
No, that's wrong! I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
What's with Byakuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. I've got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with it.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it.
There you go. Thanks, Kyoko, with your encouragement.
We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The difference between this case and the other Genocide Jack murders. The evidence that proves could be. Okay, is it another one of those? Oh, library desk lamp. Okay. Or the extension cord.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
What?
Obviously, somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
Kind of confused. Because the thing was red. But I'm assuming, I don't know why I'm thinking. Maybe I'm thinking... The proof that Becca did it is hidden within the rope. I guess it's possible. First, the item she had been bound with was used like rope, but was it actually rope? No, it wasn't. Becca didn't use rope. He used a very specific object.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Oh no!
Obviously, somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
That thing blocked the way. Okay. How do I fast forward again?
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope.
How do I fast forward
Was it
again?
not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very
so I
fishy
need to
indeed about
get
that
rid of
rope.
that thing
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
and then shoot it, or at least shoot
I'd
the
never
corner or
seen that
something
rope
like
before in my life.
Or hit the side.
No, that's wrong.
There we go.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned, as if he's not even involved. Wait, not even
What's
involved.
wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh?
Is
Do
there
we really
accomplice?
need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait. What was that just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but does that mean... Can I really just accept what Bakia said as the truth? No, I don't think so. There's definitely something wrong with what he said.
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey Bakia, did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Bakia, who'd been so confident up till now, maybe Bakia never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
See, this is the part of the investigation that does somewhat have me confused. Oh, okay, then where is it?
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved.
I got it!
Keep cooking
the stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go to all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
He's right. Is he right? Could you hear... Okay, well, Leon's tablet, right? Or the tablet in the mailbox. Oh. Broken e-handbook.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I've got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook! She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course. If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room no problem.
Theoretically, if Chihiro's able to use Leon's handbook, she could get into the boys' locker room. When we found Leon's handbook in the main hall, there was no doubt that it was. In which case, can we really say that she used it?
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I've got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook!
I don't know. I really don't know. No? You think that you have some proof that contradicts what I said?
Shoot!
I'm kind of confused with this one, to be honest.
Is it
Or is
really
just...
possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I've got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook! She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
No, that's wrong! No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
Psst! You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just... wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya!
Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room, and Byakuya is the one who did it? Really? But still, I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second.
Yes,
I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the... You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
So before I even knew what was happening, the crash trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead, and where she took us was Chihiro's room? Nope. In the... okay. The crime scene.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom! What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
I want to check it.
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands? No way, no way, no way, no way, no way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just... based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well. I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about? That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay. Here, I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
So, is Chihiro actually a
Her
boy?
entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
Okay.
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
what?
Is a boy!
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
What?
What? You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, no, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
Okay. Hence why Chihiro, he was more
I do
comfortable with.
apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
To think that Chihiro was actually a guy. Thought had never even crossed to my mind.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I mean, if he was trying to frame Toko, then that would be the motive.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit.
What is wrong with this guy?
I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Okay.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, see, now you just... See, there's the part now, like, you're in the mail room.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility.
Or he was in the main hall.
Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
But if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the... Oh, no. I meant the guy. No.
Shoot! I got it!
Since the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. But that's still not enough. I need to find some more clues. What am I making an argument with? Celeste's account. Okay.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over.
No!
It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer! And only the killer!
Okay, there we go.
No, it's wrong! I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Don't act nonchalant.
Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Well, I better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
What a marvelous friendship! The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No, you already have what you need to make the connection.
I do.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously?
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that?
I think really Byakuya is the
You
only
really
person
think
that's
we can
separated.
figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say. But fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Somehow it's really hard to believe. What? I don't even know where this is going. Okay.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
Okay.
My tracksuit is black.
What?
I don't even have a tracksuit. 'Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally.
I don't know whose people's tracksuits are.
I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
I'm
Did
so
any of
confused
that
right now.
really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? what he just said without even realizing it?
She's right. What he said just now is really odd. How did he know something like that? What?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise.
Okay.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the...
Okay, sorry. I need to figure out how to fast forward. Holding a countdown control.
What do you mean
I got it! He picked that. It matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue track. My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have, because exercising sucks.
Oh wait, the same
I have
blue
a white
tracksuit.
tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse.
Okay.
Did any of that really help us?
No way. Not a chance.
First of all, we know he was on his way, so next we...
Why did he choose the specific...
What do you mean, the specific?
I got it! He picked that. It matched the one the culprit.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as...
No, that's wrong! Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said...
Saw him stuffing a tracksuit in the bag. I don't exercise.
She never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you... You just...
Hey, Celeste. What color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because
I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died! That's the only possibility!
Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro?
So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony...
She stuffed the jacket in her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. Just like that, she was gone.
When Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
Yeah.
Mondo, I'm so disappointed.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
You know he's right beside you. You don't have to point forward.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
I don't know. No?
There was a certain maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
Okay.
You noticed such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say. putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah! He would never do something like that! This is a false accusation!
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come.
Oh right, he had something.
That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you'd found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then... Here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
You found on the ground, right? Then it must belong to...
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
It's like 2 e-handbooks out of how many? I don't know about high.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How, precisely, did the handbooks get broken?
I got it! You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Yeah! You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and 2 of them broke in quick succession, then...
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already! Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Sorry, Mondo's face right now, he's just in this constant state of anger and fury.
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... When it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break! I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, 'cause I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna. The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Mondo knows this because of his whole competition with...
Oh, interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why.
You doing okay, Mondo? You're just...
And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that?
We know.
I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
Don't worry,
I might know someone who did.
Whoa! Seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Mondo. By the way, probably the reason why I feel like the only person who has to be worried is Byakuya.
Here's my answer!
From Jill.
Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What?
Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on! You've got it all wrong! He would never kill!
I'm sorry about your bro, Taka.
I don't accept this! Show me the proof! The actual solid proof!
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Okay. What?
Let's test Makoto's assertion.
No.
If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Okay. I'm sure Mondo's handbook broke during the sauna showdown if I could just prove that. Then I will show the handbook that the handbook Mondo has must actually be...
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken,
and his is
then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
No, what?
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then you broke your own handbook.
Okay, at least want to
In
get
other
those.
words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
What? Oh, wrong thing. No, I keep...
See? Look!
I keep hitting those.
Makoto was wrong after... Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Let's test Makoto's. If what he says is you broke your own handbook.
In other
Oh my
words,
God.
if Mondo's
Sorry, now I'm
handbook,
just,
then
like,
that proves
being
that what
frustrated.
Makoto...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
See?
I keep missing it.
Makoto was wrong. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
I keep trying
Let's
to...
test Makoto's assertion.
One thing, I could
If
only know if
what
I'm
he says is
right
correct,
for one thing.
then you broke your own
But-
handbook.
I don't know if I'm right,
In
but
other
then
words,
I can't test
if
it
Mondo's
because I keep
handbook
getting
is
it wrong.
actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
go.
No, that's wrong! Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well,
Yeah, he's dead.
here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch!
What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong! You are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is wrong! You made it all up!
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Closing argument. Okay. Okay. What is all this? This... So she's what, picking up the... Oh. There's like so many things to look at here. There's that. I don't know about this one, but I'm gonna go with that for now. This just looks like he's exercising. Okay, maybe this one is picking up of the barbell. Okay, we'll see for now. There's so many things to look at. I'm just like, what am I looking at right now? Okay, this is the hit. Or is that the hit? I don't know. I'm just gonna scroll to the end here. Okay. Card reader. Okay, this is switching the... Is this it? care about some of this at all. Yeah, you have this door one. Yeah, some of this is obviously wrong. Ah, this one goes here. Okay. And then we have to pick up the weight here. Is that it? No, hold on. Boys tracksuit in. Pick up the weight. Boom. Drop to the ground. Switch of the thing. Put the body in the girls' room. Byakuya. Tied up. Blood post. This now. Okay.
The killer is you! First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
If I didn't lay my reasoning right, I need to rearrange the events of this case. Okay, so this one's wrong. What's this image? Unless it's this one here. Okay. Oh, this is the... Okay.
Here's exactly what happened! With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Okay, it's nice to start you off where you left off rather than right at the beginning. No? Then what's this one supposed to be? I'm very thrown off about this. It wasn't this, because that's what I picked before. It's not that. Like, what is this supposed to be? This is just like a doorknob handle. I don't know. Is there anything on here? We got that. Okay, that's correct because he didn't say anything about it. The weight's fine. I think that's fine. I'm actually really thrown off by this one.
Here's exactly what happened!
See... Okay, let's...
With bag in... She made her way to the locker, but how could the victim, who was a...
Yeah, see, no. That's not it. This one actually really throws me off. So we know what we have right now. What's available to us. Like, I had this one before and that wasn't it. Why, I do not know. Because this looks like her going to the boys' locker room. Isn't this one the one I had here? Because... I mean, I haven't even gotten to this part yet. There's this one here, but... This would make more sense if this was the female locker room image. Because none of the ones that are left really fit. Actually, I think... Maybe? This is, yeah, undoing and all that stuff. This is the sauna room. Okay. So... You know it's not the door handle? They already had this one? How is it not this one?
The killer is... you! With bag in hand, she made her way to the law. But how could the victim, who was a...
I didn't lay out my reasoning, right reasoning. I need to arrange the events in this case. Okay, maybe let's just try the girl's door because I really don't know.
Here's exactly what happened. With bag in... She made her way to... But how could the victim...
Okay, so we know it's not that. Yeah, and I'm like losing my hearts like crazy. Again. Oh, maybe this is switched around. She taps on the door and then it reveals it's the boys' locker room.
Here's exactly what happened. With bag in...
So I had the right one.
She made her way to the... But how could the victim...
There we go. It's a lot more simpler.
Simple. Because she was really a he.
Yes,
which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain... Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him.
No? Oh my god. I'm gonna fail this just because of getting dumb things wrong. Oh, is this one? This is the... Is this it? Blood spatter? If that's the case. So it's unrolling everything.
Here's exactly what happened.
Please.
And attack.
Okay.
And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet, then removing the bloody poster, and finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course, but this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. they changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Arata?
Wait! No, this can't be right.
Okay, that was a close one. I was like down to the last heart. Mainly on like very dumb mistake of the paneling.
Where's your evidence? Yeah, where's your evidence?
Sorry,
you need evidence! You need proof! Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
Evidence that Mondo was the killer that already revealed itself earlier in the trial. If I can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now, once I do that, everything will become clear. New element has been added to bullet time battles. Let's talk about a little bit about fever time and nega time. What is this? During a bullet time battle, if you press the space key, fever time will activate and the tempo will be forced to its max. Why would I want to do this? At this point, even if you push the button at random, you won't miss. Okay. So you can push... what? A right mouse button, left mouse button, right mouse button, however you want to destroy the opponent's verbal assault. Okay, why would you want to do that? But this only lasts until your focus gauge runs out, so make the best possible use of your time. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if only you got access to the special time, right? So we've also prepared something called nega time that your opponent can use, oh boy. If your opponent activates nega time during the bullet time battle, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons in rhythm. If you were to activate fever time at this point, no, never mind. I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't know what I was worried about. Okay, so this is press spacebar when he puts nega time, I guess. Unsurprisingly, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, blah blah blah, okay, we don't care about that because we know we're not on gentle. We're on the medium difficulty, everybody. The moment of truth. Man, I failed so hard.
Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence! I won't listen! False! I refuse to vote! Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence! I won't listen! False! You're corrupt! Show me some evidence!
This should prove it! If my thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, We can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah. I did it. I killed him.
Okay. Can you see which one... B is for which one? Missteps? Phase 3. $84. That was perfect. I don't know which phases of the trials is what, right? Technique. Missteps 33. Okay, either way, let's
Bro! What are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just... give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that!
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting! No holding on! Time for the moment we've all been waiting for! Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? What?
Uh-oh, this time it looks like you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was... Mondo Awada!
Unbelievable.
In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very closely to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimura. You need to be more careful.
I refuse to believe it. There's no way he would kill someone.
Sorry.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Oh, I'm not gonna bother. This is too much emotion right now, and it's kind of I need to be quiet in my apartment here. Oh, great show of force of emotion.
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taking the vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually...
The story of the murder, this time, is the sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the control key to fast forward the text. Anyway, there once was a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out.
Now, nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy.
But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, that inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him and was not as easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak, 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 weak.
Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. Which of course include Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair.
What?
And yet...
I'm sorry.
I don't really want to talk about it right now.
But...
But I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later? After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone.
Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's the chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better.
With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action, and so... That day, he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retain his mind and body, but sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. And the person he went to...
Yeah, that's right.
Yup, it sure was! The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret.
uh-huh.
Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to be.
Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage. So he... Is this still Chihiro talking? Okay, so he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong.
That was his aspiration, and he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then that must be why Mondo did what he did, to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro. What he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he'd made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep his secret?
Because
if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity, so... He tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook, see? Then, Mondo did all of that to keep the promise he made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed? Yeah, I'm kind of... what? Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why? Why did you? Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone?
You're wrong!
It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat myself.
How many times must I okay. To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it.
Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you the embarrassing memory that's that secret he didn't want anyone to know?
Hey,
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join the gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother name was Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome. I suddenly don't know how to say this. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang, and before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, number 1 in the gang, and his number 2, his younger brother, Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy, but when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul.
Kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hand. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All they'll do is make the gang look bad.
Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang. Which is why...
I
gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Once. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me!
I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top. And on that
night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly... playing in his kid brother's arm, the older brother delivered his final words.
My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry. He looks peaceful in his death right now.
Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened.
Hey, kid. The rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. I love how the blood's pink. Mostly, this is obviously a censorship measure. Because, yeah, if it was red, I think it would have a difficult time passing censorship in Japan. Assuming that is the case. Maybe, maybe not. Because it's a team. You and me put together. It's a promise between men.
He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together and to keep the promise to his brother. He could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident, and as a result... the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who bested his big brother. Daya was gonna lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I just...
I'm strong.
Yeah.
Okay, just repeating the word strong. And
Yet... As soon as our killing game began, he realized no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear he would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother.
Yeah.
no matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. That happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I'd been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why... Mondo. After I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness and just started swirling around. I never felt anything like it before.
I
didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry I lied to you.
But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden?
Huh?
Because I mean, you've kept that secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would...
But...
You're right, but...
I want to change.
I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever.
His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself.
I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong. It can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
Okay. So what? You're saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying
what?
If I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret?
Huh?
I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness, to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I never had. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What? What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you fucking with me right now?
No!
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo.
I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? What was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Damn you!
Why did you have to tell me all that? Were you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
I just really admired you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
I am strong. Strong. I'm strong. And okay, yeah, you're gonna repeat the words.
You son of a bitch!
I'm stronger than Daya. I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand and I was just staring at him down on the ground.
I killed him. I killed Chihiro.
Oh, you're talking. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt.
Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Oh, sorry. Mondo, he was normally so aggressive, so angry. He had that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it.
Look at him, you see? You're all just like him. Or a secret from the past for him. For that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? 'Cause I sure don't.
You bastard! Just shut up, you son of a bitch! Go ahead, say that again, I dare you!
Yep. Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. Is what I want to say, but unfortunately I can't do that right now because the time for punishing is fast approaching.
But punishing?
It can't be.
You mean execution?
Well now, well now, well now, well now.
That's what I promised you, right? The blackened that disturbs the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For Mondo Owada, the ultimate fake gang leader.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
I'm sorry, what was that, Dan? I don't understand.
Laugh at death and your soul will forever be at peace.
It can't be. My brother. Another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone lives lives taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. Oh no. As Taka's sad screams invaded our skulls, we were each forced to realize once again. But he, of course, had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game? Byakuya?
What is this?
You're completely insane, you know that? A game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do, because this game is life or death.
Hey.
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response except
However,
that I just don't understand why. Why do you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. His voice was calm, emotionless, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignored the nighttime rule too? That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please continue. The night grew late and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. When he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. Oh, sorry. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. You mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him.
Well...
So, you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed. If that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene.
But
Damn, man, if we hadn't figured out who really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously, I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. Of course. Byakuya turned and looked me in the eye. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did, and I was able to perform an interesting experiment.
Interesting.
Once I do decide to become blackened, I now know who I'll have to watch out for. Okay, well, yeah, what?
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey.
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
I'm up next.
You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is, why?
You like them? But you know, this punishment, this spare, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
What?
You're over-exaggerating.
I'm not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair.
Damn.
What do you mean?
Huh?
Mean? Mean? Mean?
What the heck?
Mean.
Damn it!
Good grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me.
Ooh, how exciting!
The noble son of a noble family, truly, you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut up. I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I achieve complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you, understand?
In the name of my family.
Togami family, for which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled up!
Oh, so cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob from you.
I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you.
Temper, sounds like someone needs a nap.
Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom, and the curtains closed in the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot.
Okay, what's happening?
Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now, so just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
There's one thing I'd like to
As
ask
long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away!
Who is it? The 16th high school student I know.
Ooh, my, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied, because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
So, technically, we've gained a new character. We've gained the, I wonder what happens if I give that to Taka, since he was torn up about his bro. We have, I mean, Toko, because Toko's really Toko and Jill. Right, so I'm going to end the set here. The stream was way longer than I anticipated, dear God. I don't know what time it is for you guys. It's now 11 p.m. my time, and I'm Pacific Coast, so hopefully you know. I mean, if you're locked inside, then you won't have a problem. You don't have to get up in the morning. I do. I still have work. So either way, thank you for liking if you like. Thank you for commenting if you commented. Thank you for subscribing if you subscribed. Thank you for favoriting if you favorited. Thank you for simply clicking on this video. Until next time, guys. Actually, I'm afraid. I just want to make sure it doesn't...
I know I shouldn't cry, but I've had enough. I can't take it anymore. Getting out of here anytime soon. It's impossible. I can't let myself think about how much I want to get out of here. If I keep thinking like that, I might decide to.
Donuts. I need to eat some donuts. That'll cheer me up. Glazed donuts, twisty donuts, jelly donuts, cream-filled donut holes, malasadas.
Okay.
Oh God, donuts are praying for a wonderful encounter. I'm sorry. Please forgive me for breaking the nighttime rule. But right now, for me, donuts are absolutely necessary.
Huh?
What's that sound? Sounds like it's coming from the bathhouse.
But...
I'm super scared, but... Is someone there? Okay. The morning after the conclusion of the second... Everyone met up in dining hall just like always. Okay, you know what? Can I exit out of this? I don't think I can. Maybe I can. Okay, I'm gonna end it here. Until next time, guys. See ya!